Andy Ruiz came out clowning Dillian Whyte for pretending that he wants to fight, calling out Ruiz on more than one occasion. And then when it was time to make the fight, he was a no-show. He didn't want the fight, at least according to Ruiz. Ruiz stated, and I'll quote, "You didn't want any of the smoke, so I moved on to the next opponent. Big announcement coming soon." And he showed a picture of Dillian Whyte knocked out, spark out by AJ. That being said, basically, Andy Ruiz is telling Dillian Whyte that you like a dog that barks all day, but you don't bite. Because when it's time to fight, you a no-show. I mean, this is not the first time Dillian Whyte clout chased someone before. He did the same thing to AJ. He said AJ was avoiding him till AJ knocked him spark out. Then he got humbled for a little bit. Then he started claiming Deontay Wilder is scared of him. However, he never got over the fear factor from Wilder Power, because every time Wilder gave him a chance to fight him, he told him the directions, the exact directions and the route to get to him. And Dillian Whyte chooses to go a different route every single time. And if you may ask why, it's because whenever Dillian Whyte grew the courage to go the path that will get him the title shot with Deontay Wilder, he will see Ortiz down the corner. And when he peeped Ortiz, that's the moment he realized he effed up, because he talked himself into a check that he cannot cash. So he'd rather get knocked out by Wilder, because even if Wilder puts him on a meme, he's still gonna get paid. Obviously, if he loses to Ortiz, who's 40 years old and he's been bashing in the media, I mean, he's just gonna be a laughing stock. So after realizing that this is too dangerous, he chose to go a different route, and he see Brazil in the street, and he still don't want to fight Brazil. He realizes, you know what? If I'm going to get knocked out, I'm going to get knocked out by Wilder. I already didn't want to fight Ortiz. Why fight Brazil? I'd rather fight Oscar. Let me go that direction, the Eddie Hearn route. That's not going to get me nowhere. I'm going to just claim I've been the mandatory for I don't know how long, and hopefully I could clout chase my way to a title shot without signing to Al Heyman. Let me milk the cow. That was basically his mindset. Then Dillian Whyte chose to go the Eddie Hearn route, where he want to claim that he been the mandatory for like 300 days, etc., etc. He want to go the clout chasing route. So to each his own. However, he fights Oscar, where he actually takes banned supplements and get busted for them and get cleared to fight thanks to Eddie Hearn. And of course, he even used loaded gloves. And even with all of them advantages, he still got dropped in the 11th round, I believe, by Oscar, which is embarrassing. And that's why I stated earlier that Dillian Whyte is lost in the sauce, or he want to pretend like he is. He'd rather get lost in the directions like he don't have GPS. And that's thanks to the bronze bomber, that right hand from Alabama by Deontay Wilder. Y'all could blame Deontay Wilder for that, just like y'all blame Deontay Wilder for everything else. And that's why Dillian Whyte have been labeled as a clout chaser. And when people ask me, what does clout chasing mean? Obviously, not everybody informed on the new slang. So what I tell them is I just show a quote of Dillian Whyte, what he stated about Deontay Wilder being scared of him and stuff, and I'll be like, that's clout chasing. So that being said, Dillian Whyte on more than one occasion had his opportunity to fight Deontay Wilder. All he had to do is fight Ortiz, and Wilder told him, I will fight you next if you beat an Ortiz. He said absolutely not, and he let Ortiz fight Wilder again. Wilder is still telling Dillian Whyte, if you beat Ortiz, I'll fight you next. He still wants no piece of that 40-year-old man. On the other hand, he told him, all you have to do is sign one fight deal with Al Heyman since you're a free agent. Dillian Whyte said absolutely not. Deontay Wilder told Eddie Hearn, if I knock out Dillian Whyte, if you guarantee me that I will get the AJ fight, I will fight Dillian Whyte for you and give him a paycheck, and I will give you a paycheck. And Eddie Hearn said absolutely not. And we all know at this point, Eddie Hearn is a lot of things, but one thing he's not is a fool when it comes to his money. I mean, one thing for sure, he's not about to feed his cash cow to Deontay Wilder this early and make a meme out of him. Absolutely not. You could do that to Dillian Whyte, but not to the cash cow Anthony Joshua. That's how Eddie Hearn is approaching the game. But Dillian Whyte messed up the recipe because he want to claim that he been the mandatory for 800 days when he just came off a couple months suspension for taking steroids. So go ahead and clear your name up. Fight at least an Ortiz or a Ruiz and get yourself in a position to fight Deontay Wilder, where Deontay Wilder stated 2021 he knocking out Dillian Whyte regardless. So that day is coming. You know, that day is like a manifestation for Deontay Wilder. He's been waiting on that day. I mean, he's been drawing the meme. He's just waiting on making the meme take place. So that being said, it don't surprise me whatever Dillian Whyte and Eddie Hearn says, because they already took it too far with Deontay Wilder. I mean, like I said, when it comes to a dog that doesn't bite and just barks all day, that's Dillian Whyte. Because one thing for sure, it's all cap what he been preaching so far. He a false prophet. And now he turning down a fight with Ortiz that could get you back to the top and earn a lot of respect, even from the US fans, from the Mexican fans, the hardcore boxing fans. We all know Mexicans been hardcore boxing fans for years. And you're going to blow that opportunity? And that's why I have to co-sign with Andrew Ruiz, because like I said, you know, fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, F the peace signs, load the chopper and let it rain on you. Word to J. Cole. So that being said, only the fools get fooled again. So if the UK fans want to treat themselves like they are a bunch of fools, be my guest. But not over here. Not the Akhis. Now, if you're part of the Akhi Nation, of course not. So subscribe below if you want to be part of the family. If you're trying to get smart about a minute, if you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't, and listen to these decaf/old media. Shout out to Dante for starting the new media wave. And of course, if y'all want to be hardcore boxing fans, this is to all the casual fans. All you have to do is attend the IQ University every Sunday live on Split Decision. We have real life professors like Professor Nim teaching at the IQ University. To attend is free. All you have to do is click on the notification bell and get notified every time we post or go live on Split Decision. It's a boxing debate/talk show. So join us, call in, tune in, and I appreciate every single one of my Akhis. Of course, shout out to the GOAT of the memes. He the Deontay Wilder of the boxing memes. Follow my man, my broski Lunatune, for the funniest boxing memes. If the picture says 1,000,000 words, his picture says 1,000,000,000,000 words. Y'all can find his link in the description box below. For his IG, keep it a G and follow my man. Follow me too at Akhi TV. Cop the Akhi merch. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. It stands for Migo. However you want to say it in Filipino. And peace, and we out.